Dude, this is really fucking close for me to be to that camera. Fucking, I've never done this shit before. I feel as though right now a lot of expansion is taking place within me, and it's calling for me to breathe, which is what I'm doing, and to share it. So, on the real, this is just me being me and going through a process and just sharing it. So I've been realizing a ton recently. It's been happening at warp speed, which is really like magical or divine, or like just fucking interesting. Like, how the fuck is so much coming up for me so quickly? So this is very like this statement, this is coming up for me so quickly, seems a little ungrounded. So to ground it into something real, something tangible for me is, I don't know, 3 weeks ago I had $100. Legit fucking 75 bucks in my savings, or 75 bucks in my checking, and $25 in my savings account. My credit card had like $20, $50 less the max, which is $13,000. So it's like $12,950 in debt. And I went from 90 to 0. Last year I was fucking an accountant and was making, forget exactly my gross last year, but rounding up it was 90, like 80 something, it was 90. And then I went to fucking 0. And what I had intended, well, I don't even know if intended is the right word for this, is like what I had imagined is all I would have to do is retire and go into coaching, and I would make a bunch of money. Like money, just people would just see me and be like, oh, he's retired now, I'm gonna go buy a coaching program from him. So I retired. This is funny to think about it now. I retired, which is a huge emotional load anyhow, to leave a fucking position, to leave a job you've been doing for 5 years, that you invested all your energy up into that point, striving for, thinking it would work out for you, wanting to do this fucking thing. You know, I spent fucking a bunch of time in school to become an accountant, 5 years in the profession, all that time trying to make it work, pushing myself and fucking feeling horrible because of it. And God, dude, just having a wretched fucking hard time sitting down just for that long. It was so fucking hard for me. And then not doing the work really well either. You could ask my peers, they'll fucking be real with you. I wasn't a good accountant, because I never wanted to do fucking, I always wanted to sell the accounting services. That shit seemed like a lot of fun to me. And in order to do that, you gotta be a partner. And I was in the fucking ditches, like in the trenches, doing all the fucking hard work, because that's what I fucking had to do. That was like the jam. That was me as like fucking senior, well, that was at the end, but it's associate tax accountant, associate tax staff, senior tax accountant at the fucking premises, at the peak premises. I don't know if that's the right word, but at the peak of my career, I was a senior, and it took me fucking 4 years to get there, which is a slow track for most seniors. And I got to the fucking ideal job with the fucking ideal position with the ideal pay, and I was still fucked up. It still hurt. It still was like, ugh, like a part of me was dying and grinding every day just to fucking walk into the office and sit down and try to do my best as a fucking accountant, which wasn't that fucking good. Ask my peers. So to go through all that heartache, all that challenge, to fucking spend myself in a worthy cause called the CPA, the Certified Public Accounting Exam, for fucking 4 years. Dude, I fucking shot I shot and shot and shot, and like I fucking missed every fucking takedown except for one out of like 15. Like, just to fail consecutively at something, like not just once, but like consecutively, like 62, 65, 68, 69, 72, 73, 74, 74. You need a 75 to pass. Like, fuck. And watching all these people around me passing and just feeling like shit, having fucking a relationship with a girl I dreamt of being with, fucking. Work out in a way that I didn't anticipate it to work out. Yeah. To meet remarkable people on the way, and coming back to the point, so retire from accounting after all that. Then as I'm retiring from accounting, uproot myself from the space and the roommate that I had been living with for fucking 5 years. Lived with roughly the same roommate for 5 years. And then to fucking throw myself in a co-housing establishment. Mbutu, I fucking love you. Mbutu, you rock. And live with 30 people and thrive in this new space where people accept me as a coach. I was calling myself an exceptional coach back then. I needed that extra support that I was doing something good. I'm still an exceptional coach though. That hasn't changed. Yeah, so I live up in the city instead of the peninsula. You don't know what that means unless you're from San Francisco. So I lived south of the city in the peninsula, and then I lived in the city and Lower Haight for a bit. And then to go to grounding camp in Austin, and then pick up 2 bags in San Francisco and fly to Austria and live in Austria for 6 weeks, become a snowboard instructor, which was a dream of mine. Then work as a snowboard instructor for a little bit in Austria. Then go to Switzerland and fucking accomplish another dream that I had for 10 years and snowboard at fucking locks. Then to live in fucking Ireland for 5 weeks and learn how to tend after horses. Then after Ireland, go to Berlin and help out with tantric energetics. And then be in Berlin for like 2 weeks, and then fly to fucking Israel. Or excuse me, be in Berlin for 2 weeks, then fucking take the train down to Austria, continue my education with snowboard instructing, be re-exposed to failure for the first time since the CPA exam, because I didn't pass my level 3 certification, so I was re-exposed to it. And then that was a fucking harem of emotion. I was like, why the fuck am I so bummed because I didn't pass this? It's like, oh, that was the huge takeaway. Pass or fail doesn't make you more than or less than. Mind you, I haven't made any money really by this point in time. I made a few €100 being a snowboard instructor. And then I made a few $100, or like $100 or something. Doing a meditation workshop with a mate. Yeah, but less that, like tax refund was the only money I made. Credit card was going up. Savings, checkings, both going down. Then after Austria for level 3, go to Israel for 2 weeks, 10 days. Be blown away by just people's hospitality and fucking Israel. Holy shit, never fucking thought I'd go to Israel. That was amazing. Then I went back to Germany for another tantric energetics workshop and participate and just be blown away. If you don't know what tantric energetics is, it's a very deep, transformative workshop in which we explore breath work and body work, which will open which will open you up to what you feel and what you've been thinking. And it's an amazing experience facilitated by two extremely beautiful and skilled practitioners. Caveat warning, don't fucking do bioenergetics with anyone unless they have at least 10 years of experience, including myself. Don't fucking do it. It's extremely dangerous. You need to be with fucking two people who know what they're talking about. Exactly. So I had that experience, lived in Berlin for a little bit, a couple more weeks with the homie. And then travel visa expires in Europe and I have to leave, and I go to the UK and live in London for 10 days and have an amazing experience there. And then I go to grounding camp again. I'm in New York and I have no fucking plans. And this is where a couple of weeks ago comes in. A couple weeks ago, after grounding camp, I had no idea where I was gonna stay, where I was gonna sleep. Again, I had $100 and my credit card was maxed. So it's like, what the fuck do I do? So I put out a message on Facebook to this grounding camp group and say, hey, in exchange for food, water, and shelter, I'll teach you everything I know. Like just hoping, kind of praying, crossing my fingers that someone will be like, cool, yeah, come teach me what you know and I'll give you food, water, and shelter. Like just basic survival. Like 90 to 0 to how the fuck am I gonna survive? Yeah, that's a lesson to learn. Fuck. And then two days later, needing to put it back out there on Facebook instead of just a group where I had more security, that hey, in exchange for food, water, and shelter, I'll teach you everything I know. And then having two people reach out, and one of them being my homie where I'm shooting this video's house, and him being like, help me set up my company, my business, and coming here and just having good food, water, and shelter, exploring my gift, seeing like my gift transform and like what I share in my offering with the world, like my products and my services, and like starting to believe in myself and realizing that I have that worth and that like my innate gift that I've been blessed with could feed me, could shelter me, and hydrate me. Like fuck, man, that's so good to know that your natural fucking authentic ability and gift can provide food, water, and shelter for you. Like you're not gonna survive, like you're not gonna starve, you're not gonna die. And I always knew that. Like I've had outs this whole fucking time. I can make one phone call and this feeling experiment ends. Like it just fucking stops. If I want it to, I could push stop on it at any point in time. I'm fucking in Massachusetts. I could call up a recruiter right now and fucking, I guarantee it, in a month, less than a month, maybe it's June, it's July right now. Fuck that. I could get a job in a week as an accountant and go back to 90 minimum. Not taking those outs because I believe in myself so much, not pushing the giant red flashing stop sign or eject button. So again, going back to feeling that value in myself and having it explore itself and be fucking real. My client who I was working with here one day is like, hey, here's some cash for you. It's like, it's half of what I have. Fuck. And then having real money in my hand because I haven't seen money because I lost my fucking debit card back in February when I was snowboarding. So then not having money roughly this whole time either, and going into this whole process of lack and fear and without survival, just living. Fuck. And then having money for the first time, like American dollars too. You guys don't fucking know what that means to me. It's fucking crazy. It's such a wild feeling to fucking have that. I don't know. I do know, and it's fucking intense. And then actually have something tangible to see by your gift too. Now your gift, your service that you provide, that you were innately blessed with, that you had to go on a 32-year journey to find. You chose to go on a 32-year journey to go discover, to go find, to go explore, and then to see cash money in your hand because of it, and then to see physical transformation occurring around you, which again is how I anchor all of my fucking work. And if I don't, call me out on it, because I'm not fucking doing my job if I'm not physically anchoring fucking change in my life or in somebody else's or the world. Like, it needs to be real. In a digital world, that's a little challenging, eh? What's up, homie? So, and then I had some vision and some perspective, and I started following that on creating clients, and I earned $1,000. For the first time in my life, I earned $1,000. Sharing my gift. Yeah. Knowing that's knowing that's possible, and I'm capable of doing it, and then earning a few $1,000s in a couple of weeks, and just being like I could pay this guy $150 who provided me an amazing coaching session, and refunding me $150 of the cost of the coaching session so that I didn't starve. Being able to fucking send him $150 and pay him the other half for our services was fucking amazing. A great feeling to go over and be able to buy a cup of coffee and not like fucking fear that your fucking credit card or your debit card's gonna bounce or decline. Be able to pay with it for cash. To be able to pay a dentist bill. Like, God, dude, to save money, to pay money on your credit card, to be able to make the minimum payment plus a little bit more, which is still like $250. It's like, fuck. To make the payment early, it's like, god damn. And then come current day, where I'm like, fuck, I figured it out. I figured out how to earn money. And now I have some money, which again, I could spend all of my money right now and still be $11,000 in the hole. Or I've just put it all in my debt and still be 11,000 in debt. So in relative, it was like I made $1 billion, but it's like my $1 billion can't cover the fucking 13 that I owe. And then to be in fear over spending money and being like, what the fuck? Money's a double fuck, which is the thing I just wrote down, which is a crazy concept for me to even share or explore with myself, because it's fucking real for me. And it's true. There is the whole fucking double fuck. The first fuck is in earning money. How the fuck do you do that? And like all the fear and insecurity and bullshit that comes up, all the fucking crazy hard emotions around earning money. And then the next level of it, which is spending money, and having all this fear and insecurity coming up around fucking spending money, because I just want to hoard it now, because it's like some safety and some security I could hold on to. Again, like, it doesn't fucking do anything. because I have a list of intentions on how I'm going to reward myself through spending money in my notebook over here. So now there's this whole level of, look, I have a fucking car that needs its fluids flushed because they've been sitting for 6 months, and it's a nice car and I care about it, and the person who gave it to me, like, I love this person. It means the world to me. Beyond that, it's $2,000 to go for the flight and the Tendrick Energetics workshop to reward myself. Bala yoga teacher training, like $3,000, HLC level 3, another fucking $3,000. And so now it's for me enjoying rewarding myself for the whole process around money, for what it represents to me, which is comfort, security, love, freedom, exposure, like taking risks, like having, like all of it. So good. And like I said, just being here and feeling this intention and this riff like coming, like in the shitty lighting. I haven't even been looking in the camera the whole time. Whatever. It's so important for me just to express, and just feeling that and knowing that that's coming is like, goddamn, just express, just be you. It's like, fuck, dude, it has a 20-minute long story over like what's been going on for me in the last 6 months, and it's still continuing, and it's like, fuck yes, it's still continuing. It's so great. Like, it's $700 for me to fly to Amsterdam and back for the month of August, right? And it's 1,200 euros for me to go to this workshop, and I'm all stoked because I'm like, fuck, I could reward myself and buy this plane ticket and go do this thing, and just know and have faith. I'm paying off my credit card debt. There's no way around that, and I'm paying for all, like, I'm going to reward myself by spending money and purchasing these things that I want to fucking do. And even getting an oil change is such a gift. Like, come on, I have the fucking resources to fucking get an oil, to like purchase an oil change. That's so fucking great. And just being at this space where it's like land, and you just see this fucking open field of land, and then it's like, build whatever you want. However, let's spend a lot of time on the foundation. Like, it's gonna take you a year to build the house. Let's spend €2 on the foundation. You know, like, just make sure this shit's stable as fuck. And it's great. Like, I just realized I have a new symbol in my life, and I'm all about symbols and metaphor and storytelling, and it's great. I have a key now. I haven't had keys for fucking a long time. I have a key now to the store behind me, and that's so huge for me to be able to have a key. It's like a key to the house. Oh God, there's so much meaning in that. It's so fucking great. Yeah. So the whole reason why I shared this is because I wanted to breathe, and I felt this expansion and this sharing and this desire to like fucking just let something out for it to explore itself. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to have a platform for me to share my opinions and my perspectives and what I'm going through, and like what I'm growing through. Recalibration. What I'm growing through right now is such a beautiful platform to have tools like a fucking iPhone and like YouTube and all that to be able to explore this. So yeah, that feels good.